Force Titans, baby. The podcast by the working man for the working man. Tubbs, how we doing? We figure that out over there? How's on the site?
Fucking microphones, dude. All this shit you guys got, Dubs.
You good?
Yeah, I think
he's got it.
It's high technology.
Yeah. Dude.
We have esteemed guest.
Yes.
Bobby Cruz.
Yeah, the new Bobby Cruz.
I know.
New Kids on the Block Cruz.
Dude, I said it when he came in. That shadow looks awesome. Now he's got the little 5 o'clock shadow coming in.
Yes,
it was too much too soon. Like the hair,
for
the Ozempi, the fucking shadow. Look at him sitting Indian style, dog.
I told you, Rob is actually on the Patreon. Rob's teaching a tantric sex workshop.
One of my fucking varicose veins would burst. We'd be called 911 if I tried to say it like that.
Podcast he had short season. Somebody was like, "What does Tubbs have going on with the legs?"
Yeah, I got gravy legs, dog. I got the gravy legs. You know what I mean?
It's beautiful though. They tell a story.
Yo, listen. They were like, the doctor said. I said, "Look, is this gonna kill me?" He was like, "Nah, you're good." He said, "If they don't hurt, don't worry about it. And if I gotta walk around with this, what do I care what my legs look like? Who gives a fuck?"
Yeah,
right?
I like them. They look like you're jacked.
I'm up in the pussy.
Yeah.
I'm living a fucking dream. Like, who gives a fuck about my legs?
Do you ever look down at the calves to see if the blood leaves and goes to the peas?
Dude,
Oh, a little A/B test.
I don't really look. I don't pay attention much to it. But every once in a while, I forget where I was. I was in like some like gay short inseam shorts because I was on vacation. I was, testing the waters. And I was like, God damn, them legs are fucked up, boy. I was looking in like a tall mirror. I was like, oh shit, is that what they look like to everybody else? Yo, you have this view of yourself.
Yeah.
Well, you're looking down. Whoever looks at your,
But nonetheless, there's this view of yourself that everybody has. And I always wonder where that line is, what you look like to other people.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
how close.
That's the deepest I ever heard you get.
Yeah.
Rob's doing it to you. That's his stance.
Tell me more, please.
Look at yoga hour with.
We're approaching truth. We're approaching deep truth.
I can't sit between two Jews. I don't know what's going on. I feel like I'm on fucking. What was that fat retard from? What's that guy's name? He did the Netflix show with his therapist. I feel like I'm in the middle of that.
Jonah Hill.
I was gonna say Joe Jonas. So I was like, that's too much.
No, that's close.
We hit a little lunch, me, him, and Pookie over at the Malt House, and
Nice.
And a buddy of mine walked in, and I haven't seen this dude in years. And we're bullshitting, we're talking. Shout out my man Jordan Burke.
Shout out.
Yeah, we're talking to him, and then it's like, all right, boys, got to go talk about jizz on the internet now. We'll see you around.
He looks so familiar. I was like, thank God, that is the guy I'm thinking of.
Well, yeah, he said, oh, I know you, dude. He said, you're usually yelling at the crackheads up the street. That's what he said as soon as he met Boston.
I'm always starting problems. I don't know.
That you know what I love about comedy, man? It brought guys like us together.
Yeah, I would never have known you.
We never would have known each other.
Yeah.
I think about it all the time. Some guys you talk to, you're like, Brendan Donegan was here last week, and I'm like, what are you doing here?
Yeah. No, truly. Like, comedy is a lot like podcasting, like early UFC.
It really is.
Like a sumo wrestler, a kung fu guy.
And like Paul Varlins was the baddest man in the world. Remember that guy, dude? Who was Keith Hackney? Was that his name? The little dude in the gi
fucking
boy?
right, dude.
Yeah, that was wild.
I had the VHSs still.
So me and my dad, that was like a bonding moment for us, dude. Me and Hondo, pay-per-view, UFC, David vs. Goliath and shit like that.
We had the hot box.
That was cool. I wish we could go back to that a little bit.
It would be nice. Well, you'd find out who's who real quick.
Robbie, what's up with this, dude?
Oh, I'm good, baby. Thank
you, 72nd Virgin.
Oh, hell yeah.
Transform. Somebody said, dude,
That's
clean.
high praise.
I did clean face now, too, because I was supposed to come tailgate the hair system.
Yes.
And then I had my goddaughter's birthday. I had a rough night the night before, and then I had to stay. We got there late. I can't leave the goddaughter's birthday.
Of course.
It was a nightmare. We're at a fucking not a campground. They rented out a pavilion in a park, so it's just a gazebo and everybody's baking.
Yeah.
We got home. The baby's a bitch, and I got high as fuck. And then somebody sent me the picture of your face. I FaceTimed Rob in bed like 15 times, and then eventually I didn't realize I was so fucking high and had been drinking all day. And I FaceTimed you, and I am in the darkness. I feel like my head was just a glowing orb. And then Rob's driving full daylight. I'm like, what time is it?
Dude, that's the best kind of partying, dude. It's still
dude, the
daytime
best.
out.
Oh,
you
yeah.
walk out of like a fucking door or something. You're like, oh my God, this
Nothing's better.
Dude.
Yeah, dude. What feels the best is like a day drink where it's like hot outside, and then when you're exhausted, go into a beautiful
sunburn nap?
An air conditioned room that could only be as cold as like when you have the one window unit in there and the rest of the room is hot. And then you go in there. I like to order a cheesesteak and then turn a movie on and just house that and then go to sleep for 12 hours.
Hit an ice sheet,
Dude.
A nice
And that's
crunchy
like-
ice cold sheet.
So I'm new with Central Air, right? I've only ever had Central Air.
This is the first
the
house I
last
ever
like
had.
3 years of my life, right? And it's like, yeah, it's nice and all, but it never gets as cold as that window unit.
No.
Yeah.
And
That
I
window
like the
unit.
noise.
You can icebox it.
And it's the noise.
Yeah.
I love the noise. I like a nice noise. It cancels everything out. It's
like
basically
noise.
white noise for babies.
It's funny, and I'm a contractor and all that shit, and
It's weird
I
white
should know
noise.
I should know this stuff. But dude, my filter in my office was like a sweater when I
Yeah.
took it out, dude.
Yeah.
I called an HVAC guy. I was like, "Yo, come service this thing." He was like, "Yo, you know your filter's fucking just like a sweater down here, bro. Everything was condensating." I was like, "Damn, like I
a
should
nice
know that."
cardigan on your fucking.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I should
don't
know
think
that.
of it. I feel the same way about like plumbing and fucking HVAC shit. I'm like, this is not me.
Yeah.
You don't think of shit. And then when I changed my filter for the first time, I realized I had been packing. I don't think it was me, but whoever lived there before, there was filters crushed into it. So they were just putting new ones in, and then you're just going through 4 filters.
So my
Yeah.
my HVAC guy was like, "Dude, you put a filter that's like 2-3 inches longer than the box, so it doesn't suck in. So like you can always pull it out. You always got some play on it." I learned a new trick. That was
that's what he
today,
said to
dog.
do?
Yeah, he said like he has them at a shop. He said, the height's the height,
Yeah.
but the length.
Yeah.
He said make it a little longer. Then it's easy to grab and it doesn't cave in. You know
Somebody
what I
should
mean?
Told somebody that.
Yeah, who knew?
I never heard that.
You know, HVAC guys are fucking nerds. That's
Yeah.
why they're a bunch of dorks.
They got all
Yeah,
these
you
know what I
gauges,
mean?
too many gauges.
Is
Too
it
much
more of like a heady?
Yeah, so it's like
It's like
the math,
electric-
the
it's like everything.
mathletes in
Okay.
high school and shit. Like you got to have a little math to you. You
Gotcha.
know,
Some would say Jews. They're the Jews of construction.
Jews do
Yes.
plumbing, man. I
They
told you.
kind of control the weather of your house.
That's why we got Bobby on. I feel like we're pinkies. We got the brain.
Jews run the plumbing industry, dude. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like,
hell
they
yeah.
do.
dude.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're out there.
Dude, it's
I'm glad
We
you're
need
out
you,
there
dude.
in there.
dude, we got to there's a huge Jewish like following. Like a lot of these Northeast Philly companies, especially, like they're all Jewish owners, bro. You
Yeah.
would never know it. You know what I mean?
I never have known it. It's
Yeah,
blown
dude.
my mind. Holy
Listen,
Jews
it's,
I'm
it's,
meeting.
it's one of those untapped resources of money, like especially back in the day. Like nobody knew plumbers were getting rich till that pussy Mike Rowe started telling everybody, right? You know
Dirty
what I mean?
jobs.
It's dirty jobs on shit. But before that, nobody knew contractors were getting rich.
Yeah.
It was like unless you were related to one or it was your pop or whatever,
Yeah.
nobody knew that these dudes were buying houses in Florida and Bradford County, all that stuff. People had no idea. And now there's this like internet.
Well, all the
shit,
fucking
like,
facts you
oh,
get on- yeah.
go be a welder, go be a plumber, don't go to college anymore. It wasn't like that for fucking 100 years. You know
Yeah.
what
It's
I
coming
mean?
back now.
Yeah.
I'm
Like-
so jealous you guys have skills.
You could get skills. You could
I
play
know, I
guitar.
gotta get skills.
You could do a lot of stuff we
Yeah,
can't do.
but it's not like
You sit like that.
if I'm in trouble, I can't just hop into something.
Nah.
Now, I have a marketing degree, but it's like,
You can market yourself.
Yeah.
With that hair.
yeah, now
It's definitely, this is definitely Market Bobby, dude. This is definitely-
That's what I said. It looked like you just fucked my parents out of the retirement.
Yeah, that's definitely a business card face. You know
I'm
what I
sorry.
mean?
I just took a new LinkedIn photo, and I feel like I'm gonna get hired to be.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Immediately.
crazy. I never noticed how nice your teeth were until you sent me that hair picture. I was like,
Nah, I've also been on the teeth system. I've been not
You're
veneers,
toothed up?
not veneers, but I've been crest whitening stripped.
this is Bobby's gonna be. He's gonna have an OnlyFans.
I'm moisturizing. It's crazy.
Really?
Yeah. Well,
I never moisturized till my bitch.
Yeah.
Sorry,
The
look at
ladies
you.
will help you with that stuff.
I was Windexing my face. We've talked about this.
Yeah. Well, I just went so far the other way for like 3 years where like, I didn't take, like, my teeth were like crusting over. I had like the craziest plaque buildup
Yeah.
where like it was almost more plaque than tooth at one point.
Yo, and how good did it
nuts.
feel when they got clean, though?
It-
I went like 15 years without going to the dentist.
Yeah.
And then they were like, yo, we got to give this one the deep cleaner,
Oh,
right?
they go in the
Yeah.
gums.
It was like 2 shifts.
There's
It was
blood,
like I did
there's
one, I
blood.
did the other.
It's almost
And-
like surgery.
And when I left, I was like, I didn't know I had middles to my teeth.
Yeah.
Like, I
Yeah,
didn't know there was gaps.
When
I
you
had
put
no
the toothpick
idea.
through,
Yeah, dude.
every
I had
time
no
I leave
idea.
the dentist, you're like, they're onto something.
Yeah, now
Every time. Something's happening.
I religiously now go. Like, I don't miss my
Really?
appointment and shit.
I push it.
I didn't go for 15 years, and I love leaving there with clean teeth, dude. It makes you feel so
Yeah.
good.
It's a beautiful feeling.
Yeah.
And they say certain things like plaque is like linked to like Alzheimer's and stuff like that. Like it gets in your bloodstream or something like
Yeah,
that.
who said that? The FDA. I don't buy it, dude. Alzheimer's. A little bit of shit on my teeth is related to me being retarded when I'm old. I don't know.
I'm retarded now.
Fuck that guy. Yeah. No, dude.
I can't. You can only worry about so much.
Yeah.
No,
Who was talking about?
No, fuck the
We were
plaque.
just talking to your boy with glaucoma or whatever. I'm like, yeah, it's because you're not getting fucked up, dude. Your body.
Guy never did a drug in his life, and look, he's got glaucoma
All those
and all
guys.
this gay shit.
I think you got to
Richards
build
is
the
still
immunity.
alive. Yeah,
Yeah.
for
You
sure.
You got to put your body through some stuff.
You gotta go one bender a month minimum.
Is that factual? The weed?
Yes.
Wait,
Wait, what? The weed what?
Like
You're like, whatever it is, yes.
I'm into it.
the weed and the glaucoma thing. Like, is that factual? That's a cure for glaucoma or whatever the fuck? I wonder. Or is that just like an old wives' tale? You know what I mean?
I think Snoop Dogg said. Who said that?
Well, then it's not true. Snoop Dogg. If we got it from Snoop Loop, it is not true.
I think it was a Chappelle sketch. I got glaucoma. It's from something.
I would believe Rob more with the new face than I
Yeah.
believe Snoop Dogg. You know
Yeah.
what
You
I
look
mean?
like a what's that called? A nurse practitioner. You're not a doctor yet.
Yes, I like that.
No, but you're still
One
making
step
bank.
down.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Dude, I heard that
My cousin just
working
got
at
a nurse
hospital.
practitioner pregnant last week. No, I'm not pointing at the chat. He just got one pregnant. Shout out Nick.
Nice.
Yeah, nice.
I,
Thank you for the $5, Vincent. A lot of BDE in that studio. I'll drink many for you, brother.
I got a little vodka Coke here.
Yeah, I saw that.
I saw
he was
you.
hitting it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bobby, Bob.
Sorry, boys.
I'm a brewski.
I used to be a beer guy, and then eventually I
Then
just
now
went.
you're turning into a hot guy.
I went full spirits.
Yeah, you want abs.
Yeah.
If I see you with ab implants, that's when I end it.
I know.
If you turn into Drake, Robbie the Snake, Drake.
The ab system, I could never.
Did you see Drake? Drake posted a shirtless picture and he has ab implants 100%.
Yeah, he was more than shirtless recently. Or,
Oh, yeah, he had his
no,
meat out. But
yeah,
some other picture came out on Twitter the other day. I was like, come on, Chief.
Yeah, you think it was implants?
100% implants.
Whoa.
We had the big conversation at work today. The Diddy thing was on where we all went to breakfast at the Quaker Diner. Shout out to the Quaker Diner.
called it the
Right,
Rico.
no. And we all go to the fucking breakfast and Diddy beat a bunch of the charges,
Fucking right he
dude,
did.
right?
Yeah.
And we're just thinking, we're like, dude, like they're all he had to be like the fall guy. Like this had to send a bunch of people in the high, like, oh shit, like if they're gonna go after him, like a bunch of people had to chill out because you got to think they've definitely just been doing whatever the fuck they want for a long fucking time, bro. Diddy beat most of them except for a prostitution charge.
Is he doing any time?
Nah, what a
he ain't gonna do
prostitution charge,
shit, dude.
You know what I mean,
Dude,
Nah.
people were saying like he's fucking done. I remember people
Nah,
saying
yeah,
like
no.
once the feds are on you, you're fucked.
No.
That's crazy.
Dude, he beat them all. He beat the trafficking.
hit him with the RICO.
He beat all the like heavy shit.
Wow.
All the heavy shit, bro.
The best
Dude.
was, it's like, I do love that he got caught on camera Ray Rice the shit out of a lady.
Yeah.
Dude.
And then now you just walk. Because that's not a federal crime to beat up your chick.
Can you imagine being all the people that
She has to
testified
push-
against him knowing he's getting out?
I can't imagine being Cassie's husband who had to sit there about her getting fucking stuffed.
I know, and he's like,
I would have stood up and been like, Judge, I'm out.
Yeah.
It's over.
Yeah,
I
can't.
don't need to be here.
I love my bitch, but
I
if
have
I
no
heard
dog-
her,
you know, I mean, no horse in this
ex-boyfriend
race.
testifying about something they did, I'd be like,
it's
you're
almost
gonna
like
die
he's getting
later.
diddied.
Yeah, he got diddied.
Yeah, he's getting his
He was
soul
a-
diddled.
What was
What's
he?
what do they call it? Is
was
it a
a-
cuck?
Cucked
said that
out.
word ever.
No, but I
Yeah,
guess
court-
it's like
court cucked.
you're getting like past cucked. It's like cuck squared.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it happened a while ago. What was he, a personal
Retroactive
trainer or
cucking.
something? Yeah.
That's somebody that watches their bitch get fucked and shit, right?
Getting
Is that what-
cucked in perpetuity is crazy.
That's what I was looking for. Cucked in perpetuity. You're going to make me go through the rigmarole. Cucked in perpetuity. Yeah, I couldn't. I don't know.
yeah,
But
That's the only, why can't I get jury duty for that?
I know.
That I think I could stay locked in at least for an hour a day.
Oh, absolutely.
yeah, I got screamed at that one time, dude, when I went to jury duty, and that was it. Guy fucking
you
yelled
told
at
me that. I
Yeah.
skipped mine twice
Yeah.
last month.
And that was it. I was like young, and I never went back.
Yeah.
After that, I was like, "Fuck that!" Like I'm not going to be embarrassed. I was in like a penny pack supply softball shirt. The judge like called me a piece of shit and all that stuff.
Sleeveless.
Yeah, yeah.
Were
He was
you
like,
actually a juror?
"No, they didn't. It was like jury duty, but I didn't get picked."
Oh,
you know
so
what I mean?
he was critiquing your dress?
He just he crushed me. He was like, because it was like if you put on the paper,
I
you're
hate
supposed to
black,
mark
yeah.
everything no, but I had some yeses in there, right? Like. You know, I feel the way I feel. You know what I mean?
Right,
like
right.
it's whatever. So I
It
put
also
some.
depends on my mood.
Yeah, I put some yeses in there, and they was like, before he even started, he was a jerk off. He's like, everybody's in here should say nose down the line. And he was like, oh, I was the second juror to get talked to by the judge.
Yeah.
Oh, here he is, another contractor. He started coming at me being a contractor. And I was young, too. I was like 20. Like, I was young. Like I said, softball shirt. And, dude, he talked mad shit. He brought me back in his fucking chambers.
Was that the chamber?
He made me sit on his
Brought me in the
corner.
chamber with the lawyers. Like,
That's crazy.
Like, crushed me. And then was like, you're going to be on a civil case. I'll make sure of it. You'll be here for 3 weeks.
Damn.
Sent me to lunch. The lunchtime happened. I went to a little bar outside. I drank 3 rum and cokes with like a bowl of light. Like,
Yeah.
3 rum and cokes. Went back in, and some old cool ass lady who runs like the bullpen. She came up. She was like, he does that shit to everybody. She was like, you'll be good.
Yeah.
Hang out here for another 2 hours, and it's over. And they gave me my $9 check, and I went home. And
Nice.
after that, I was like, yeah, I'm never going to jury duty again. I was like, fuck
Yeah.
that.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And also, don't make a yes column if it's a problem.
And like,
Or just maybe show up and just run the case.
maybe I would have been a civil servant for the rest of my life had you not been a jerk off,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
You made sure that I will never attend another
never.
jury. Now I just throw them out as
I'm
soon as
also
I get
like,
them.
they always
You
say
know?
like,
Yeah.
a jury of your peers. I'm like, I don't know if I'm that guy's peer.
Right.
I'm
Yeah.
just a guy with that
We-
guy.
we can't
I
be
want to hear what he's
everyone's
about.
How'd you think I was going to take that judge jerk off? Like, did you think I was
That was
going to be
good.
like, oh, I really learned my lesson in here? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
fuck you, man.
They
That's a
should
good
be running
sketch.
more like PR. They should get you excited about your civic
Right?
duty.
Fucking right.
Like,
And it was,
embrace the importance of what you're doing and stuff like that. In Jersey, I don't know if they do it in Pennsylvania, but they had us watch a video before we went in talking about how important it is.
Oh, I'd clock out of that immediately.
I didn't watch.
but at least
it,
they're trying to hype you up.
Nah.
Yeah, at least they're
Nobody's
trying.
yelling at you.
Yeah, get like John Gruden or something to make the jury video. I'm there.
Yeah.
I'm locked in.
It was
You know
funny
John Gruden?
Uh,
Brother. You know John
Kind of.
Gruden is
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
Have you ever seen
Yeah.
his new shit on Instagram?
Well, yeah, he's on like Barstool and shit
he's
now. Yeah,
so fucking
Yeah.
like if
He's
you,
hilarious.
even if you don't like football, you watch him talk, you're like, wow, I'll run through a wall for this guy.
yeah.
Okay.
He's
Yeah,
the
yeah,
best.
yeah.
He can convince you to do anything.
Yeah, he's the
You know
yeah,
what I
that's
mean?
dope. I love that.
They need a good guy in there to represent.
Yes.
Like if I want to hear, I think, yeah, if you're going to like a murder trial, you should have whoever killed the guy and his family. They should have a podcast each, and I can watch each podcast, and I'm
Yes.
like, you're guilty.
Now you decide who you like or not.
I want to see what you're about.
I will subscribe
You should
to
have
the
to go on
defense.
Rogan. That's it. Every murderer.
But that was
Do 3 hours.
that time, and then I've never been in the courtroom, right? Like I'm a clean fucking slate. Like I got arrested 3 times as a kid for
Yeah.
like underage drinking and shit. But like I never made it to a courtroom. Like
Right.
like it was always like, here's your citation, whatever. But fucking dude, it was weird. I bailed somebody out of jail. I think I like
Oh, yeah, a
briefly
couple weeks
spoke
ago,
about
yeah.
it. I had to go. You know, when you're the only responsible person everybody's related to.
That's gotta feel
You know
so
what I mean?
good.
Does it?
I
don't
would
know.
make him come
Yeah.
out
But
and be like,
it was
hey.
like, you know, I went, bailed some dude. But that was the only other time I had to actually swear on the Bible and talk to the judge and shit.
Wow.
And yeah, they were like, you know, raise your hand and all that shit.
you should have went in with a yarmulke on.
You know, when I found out, I was like, dude, this
Can we-
really ain't. And that's the thing.
They got to get a Torah just
Real
in
quick,
case.
can we get Mr.
Quran?
I'll put my hand on the Bible and lie right
Same.
to you. Like,
Yeah.
this is not
Catholic-
the deterrent for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was like when you would get in trouble when you were a kid, my mom would be like, swear on your life. I'm like, not a problem. I didn't do it.
Tell me I'm not going to get any
Yeah,
Social
like,
Security
yeah,
later.
what the
You know
fuck
what
am
I
I
mean?
gonna
And then
do?
I'm like, you know what I mean?
Swear on your savings.
Swear on this fucking $12,000 watch I got on. You know
That's what
what
I was gonna say. I wish you bailed him out and then waited for him, and then you're in the truck, started, and Tubbs's side view mirrors pop out like it's a great white putting its fins out. You're ready to go. Adjust the Rolex and be like, where we going, Pop?
So it's
Yeah.
funny. There was like this Spanish family, and they were definitely talking about me because here I am with the people I'm with. And they're just like, I just look like the guy with the money, right? Like, so I'm in my
You look
button-up
like a
tub
fucking-
shirt.
the guy who
I had a
finances
Rolex
the whole
on,
shit.
you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, I just look like the dude with the money. But yeah, dude, it was weird. I had to go talk to lawyers, and I talked to like a district attorney and shit, and they're all like, why do you want to do this? I'm like, well, it's fucking blah blah blah. You know what I mean? It's how I feel about the guy. I was like, but I'm a straight guy. I said, you can look me
Yeah.
up. I said,
That's where the money's from.
we don't talk about criminal shit, so I don't know he's
Yeah,
a
what-
criminal.
yeah.
Right.
And they're
Plausible
like, all right.
deniability.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
My
Yeah.
man's a lawyer, and I've gotten some trouble.
They're not the conversations we have, but because I was such a sweetheart, they even dropped the bail another $50,000, so I only had to
Wow.
pay. Yeah, so it started at $1 million, and then it went to $500,000, and then it was $350,000, and then I got it down to $3 by being a gentleman.
God damn.
Yeah.
Dude, that's your superpower, man.
Yeah.
Being so damn likable, dude. You just have it.
I've never met anybody more likable.
Well,
No, 100%.
I say all the time,
And you know me. I hate everybody.
I'm the best dude to like if you start doing heroin and shit, like I'll hook you up for a while, dude. You know what I mean? Like I'll be like, yeah, he's a good guy, I got him. I know what he's doing with it, but like it'll take a while for me to like cut people off, man. I love people, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you like get that from like your dad or something, or are you just born?
Nah,
with it?
not by my dad. My dad's is a miserable. My dad.
You're just a chosen Jew.
Yeah, one
I really
time
think you are.
my dad hated Buddy Ryan for no reason at all, right?
Who's Buddy Ryan?
Buddy Ryan was the
God damn it, Bobby.
defensive.
I know.
He was the
Please.
Eagles head coach back in like the early
Pull
90s.
up that picture, Danny, of the
okay.
retro.
And
Buddy Ryan.
he's like revolutionary at making defensive formations, like one of the best,
Freaks.
like loved by people. But for
Gotcha.
some reason, my dad had to hate him, right? So my dad had a dartboard with Buddy Ryan's face on it, and he would throw darts at it. And my uncle came over one time and put Band-Aids on it, and they were gonna fist fight over this shit. Like I did. And this is like Thanksgiving. Yeah, it's Buddy Ryan right there.
Oh, wow.
You know what I mean? So like I did not
The
get it from
meanest
him.
motherfucker.
But my Uncle Larry, my grandfather, my big Marty, like I had this grandfather who just like had a stogie out of his cheek with a Jeff cap on and was just the man about town, like knew every motherfucker. Like that's, you know what I mean? He was the guy. He was definitely where like it all started. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
And he
Pass it
lived
down
with
to
my
you?
mom for years and shit.
Yeah.
Best grandfather ever. He'd be like, Maddie. I go in his room and be like, what do you want, $60? And I'm like, yeah, Pop, I want $60.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Damn.
I got a
the best
couple-
grandfather ever.
That's awesome. I feel like an important skill to like teach kids is how to talk to adults and like be comfortable around adults.
You have to talk to them like people.
Yeah,
Little kids.
The only kids I saw who had that skill were only children.
Oh, only because
Yeah,
they're around. Yeah.
Yeah, they're around adults all the time, and they just pick up on it. Like my friend Billy was an only child, and I remember we were like 11, and he went up to my parents and he's like, "Don, Linda, how the hell are you?" That's me. Like, that's how he like
Dude, I've
talked.
been kissing moms on the cheeks since I was like 12. Hey, dudes, get the fuck out of here.
that's my
Hamburger
son.
helper stinks.
And all parents love my son because he's that way. Like they said, I've heard from a few parents, like he's like the only kid that comes in here and looks us in the
Respectful.
face
Yeah.
and asks us what's up and shit like that. Like my son hangs with like 6 kids, and half of them don't even look up.
Yeah.
Like half
Right.
of them never
No,
look up.
what did you
I'm
say?
like,
What did you say you took them to the movie? You took him to a scary movie. The one
dude.
kid who got scared. And
the
you're
one
like,
kid comes up to me.
You're fucked.
I'm like 6 Heinekens deep, right? And they give you the big ones. And he comes up to me. It was Smile too, and he's like, "Mr. Tubbs, I think I need a break." And I'm like,
You
then
need a
go
break.
out front. He's like, "You think you can come with me?" I'm like, "No, I can't fucking come with you, dog."
$17
Yeah,
ticket.
get the fuck out of here. You're talking about a guy that don't run if it's raining because I don't want to look gay. You know, I'm gonna
that's
take
why we
you
get along.
outside.
I hate that shit.
Yeah,
Drives me
walk.
nuts.
You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, I'm not going to sit outside with you so you can have a break, you fucking dork.
He
Nothing
probably
drives me-
needs that though.
Yeah, not from me.
Yeah.
Get it from somebody
it's
else.
it's a very
No, he needs somebody to
transformational-
say no.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's very
you're gay.
transformational when someone talks to you like a guy for the first time.
Yeah. Especially if you're a dad. Yeah, because that kid's dad's clearly like,
He's not doing that.
Dude, I was scared of. I remember when I met my brother, like met my dad, went down to Kensington, and that's when Summer of Sam came out. Remember that movie?
Yeah.
don't think
44
so.
caliber
Someone
killer, dude. Another Jew,
Dude,
part of
and,
the tribe.
and I was in a fucking.
Yeah, hell yeah. He off like 10 people, too.
Yeah.
People kissing in the car. He didn't like that shit.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
yes. No,
Pussy,
okay.
he
I
was
do
an
know
incel.
this dude.
Right? He was like an incel.
Yeah. He
looking
said the
back
dog.
on it,
He said
yeah.
the dog in the yard next door.
But
told him to do it.
remember
Yeah.
the
Yes.
movie? The dogs were talking, and I had just met my dad. Went down to my brother's house. I was in Kensington, and they had the classic fucking mirrored wall. So I'm just sitting there. The scary movie's playing. I'm just panicking, and like I need to tighten up. And I remember going home and telling my stepdad, and he was like, "Well, guess who's watching scary movies for the next?" You know what I mean?
The
And break that
exposure
out of
there.
you. Yeah,
Yeah.
you have to.
Sorry, boys. They got the sewer cord.
They got it.
Yeah, I'm worried about a big one today. I sent Dubs pictures if he wants to put them up, but this is how deep the boys are today. They got the sewer cord. They got 2 holes, but we had to set up 2 sets. Dubs, you get them pictures?
Bobby, this hair. I can't believe the guy matched the color that well.
I know, dude. The guy is great.
Can you pull back?
So what's the deal? So like,
I don't want to pull back. I'm nervous
no,
to like doing it.
just swim it back.
The
Run your fingers.
oh, dude, I hope you're crushing some bitch and she rips it out of your head. So what is it? Like, did they like implant it into your skull or
What kind of glue we
it's
dealing
like
with?
it's a.
I'm picturing a
it's called,
2-part epoxy or something.
It's called ghost glue, I think.
Oh,
and,
so that's a mop. That's ghost glue and a mop.
It's a mop, but the technology is so advanced.
Can I touch
now,
it?
dude.
Man.
Yeah, get not too crazy.
I'm not gonna. Okay. Yeah, that is a dead
it's
lady's hair. Something happened. A kid died.
So
Something happened.
it's hair from
nice.
India. It's human hair.
From India.
Dude, they have the best hair. It's like horse hair over there.
Oh,
Yes.
Bobby Patel, baby.
Bobby Patel, your new shit.
Yeah, you need to start hitting on every chick ever.
must.
I know, dude.
So there you go. There's a guy down there.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
So they're probably like 18, 19. And we had to bring in the big dog. Shout out my man, Big Dog's Plumbing. He's got all the equipment and shit, but
Thank you, BSO.
that's a fucking guy down there. That's a 16-foot ladder.
I see that chain.
And
Listen.
yeah, he's got some big ass nut ass
Yeah,
chain.
he's got
This
the
dude
cute little-
rocks. I don't know this guy.
Thank you, Kelly.
This is the first time I met this guy, but he definitely rocks. Like he is.
Yeah.
He don't miss a show. He punches the air.
If you
and
got
he
the
digs
fu-
holes
yeah,
during the day.
if
to
you got the
afford
Cuban
it. Yeah.
links, if you got the Cuban
It's not a
links, in the
Cuban link. It's like a dog chain.
collar? Oh, shit.
Yeah, this dude's a beast. He had like big Celtic cross
Happy
tattoo
Pride,
and
dog.
shit. Yeah, he's down there killing it. But dude, I was worried about it. Them getting on the sewer and getting 2 holes cored,
Fuck.
and there's water lines in the way. But yeah, that was I spent 2 Saturdays in a row on this fucking job.
Is
Yeah.
that company called Short Up?
No, so
that what it
Sure
said?
Quip. Sure
Oh,
Quip
Short
will
Quip.
drop that shit off, and that's all aluminum. It's like aluminum slats,
Yeah,
and then you
lock in.
pin everything together. And that's actually 2 boxes. Did I send you another pic?
That shit's
Dan?
scary, dude.
When it's hit, so there you go. So
Whoa.
it's 2 boxes, and then you drop one and lock the other one in. But that just shows how deep them motherfuckers are.
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
Gay guy down there with the chain on.
You know? And then you got to go down there and bucket dirt out.
Yeah, fuck that.
So when you get down there, like the backhoe or the machine only digs so deep, right?
Yeah.
You might have to go another 2 feet.
Shovel
so you're
up.
in them boxes. Somebody has a rope and a bucket. You fill the bucket, they pull it up, they dump it. They fill the bucket, they pull it up, they dump it.
Whoa.
really makes you respect the Vietnamese in that war.
Yeah,
Tunnel systems, they tunneled
Yeah.
out.
But this is where the money's made, man. This is where the fucking big dogs get out there.
Do
This
you-
is-
I wanted to ask you this, if you guys know. Do you know how they make tunnels, like the Holland Tunnel? Do you know how they do that?
Like,
I
put the
feel like
tube-
if I had any friends that would know, it'd be you
I
guys.
honestly,
So
it
it
has to work
confuses
in
me
parts.
every time.
It
This
has
is-
to work in parts.
This is what gets me. What gets me is the Chesapeake Bay Bridge.
Yeah.
So the Chesapeake Bay Bridge going down to Virginia, it goes underwater twice so boats can go over it and shit like that. But it's this 20-mile bridge.
Yeah, it's insane.
That you go underwater, come out, go underwater, come out.
That's
twice.
crazy.
And it's crazy expensive to fucking drive across too. But
Mm-hmm.
it's like, I always think like, how much of that did they prefab and drop in place?
That's what I always
like. How do
think.
you stop the water? Right?
Yeah.
Like,
you can't dam it
yeah.
off. It's too big.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, is it
could
actually
probably
in the
look that
water,
up.
or is it under the riverbed? Is it like under the
No,
ground?
it's in the water.
It's
That
in
shit
the
is
water.
in the water. Yeah.
Hey.
yeah.
That's crazy to me.
Yeah,
That,
yeah.
If I had to get purely guessing, I envisioned it. They have like separate pieces that they like link together, like the semicircle, or
Yeah, like prefab pieces.
yes,
like
and then suck the water out, like some
Yeah, I mean,
crazy
listen,
vacuum or something.
Well, it's got to leak in the beginning, right?
But I'm saying,
Yeah.
as gay and retarded as that sounds, there's probably a lot of truth to
got
it,
to.
right? There's probably a lot of like truth to like they prefab pieces, drop them in, and then get the water out, you know, and
Yeah.
building it in place is like, how would you stop the
I'm
water?
picturing you build a straw and then just drop it river. Some half's out, half's out.
yeah.
But yeah, it's
How the fuck do you do it? I don't know.
dude. You even think about what did I watch the other day? Shawshank fucking Redemption. Every time
yeah.
it's on, yo, tunneling out of prison, bro.
But it's also
like I work hard for a living. That's hard work.
That-
But dude,
hard.
if there's no pussy in there, if you're hearing guys rape, I'll build a tunnel.
But think about his
I don't care where I'm at.
Think about his tunnel. Think about my tunnel. My tunnel's got to be huge.
Brother.
You know what I mean? Like he's
Yeah, but-
squeezing through a little
Yeah,
tunnel.
but who
I
do you
gotta
want
drive
to
a fucking a
big
beetle
dogs.
through that
Yeah.
bitch. Like, but
also
my
at the same
tunnel's
time-
gonna take twice as long as
But who do
Bobby's
you want?
tunnel.
But who do you want digging the tunnel? Me or
Yeah, that's true. I might be a little more efficient, but
Yeah, of course.
you know what I mean. But it's still, it's like you know,
Digging's a skill.
just think he could fit under the door and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like yeah,
I could
bad.
slide through the bars.
yeah.
That's how Ted Bundy got out of prison.
I-
and a
yeah.
little fucking light in the ceiling. He broke out.
I
To the
always loved
skinny
that.
little
Like
ass in there.
that motherfucker jumped out a window of a courthouse and went and killed more people. He
That's
didn't
how
even stop
That's
after
how
that.
horny he is.
It was also the 70s, man.
Yeah,
Got
broke
away with a
out.
lot.
Hitting them with the "Where was I?" is nuts. Crazy.
And how about, dude, he killed like 2 chicks with like a tree piece.
Yeah.
A fire log. University of Florida.
yeah.
He like took like a piece of wood.
That's why I do. My daughter,
smashed their
good
face.
luck. She's gonna be vicious.
Yeah, dude, you got to teach her how to fight.
He's a little guy.
Seeing the ego on him defend himself in court
Makes me like him, kind of.
there was like an impressive part where he was like kind of doing well.
Well, he's that's a sign of a true crazy person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he's smart, but he thinks he's God.
Did you see the final interview?
Yeah, when he wouldn't admit to he'll admit to a lot.
He admitted it, but he blamed it on porn.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Which is I've seen some pretty crazy porn.
But you also
It just made me come. I didn't kill anyone.
Yeah, I'm also like I do a joke about. I have a joke about it. Like ask a girl for her phone number, and he's like, "Guess who's getting hit with a rock?" Say no. Like, I'm gonna fucking eat you.
Right.
But there's an interview his aunt said when he was like 8 years old or like younger. I think he was like 6. She lived at the house and he was like 8 years old, 6 years old, and was taking butcher knives from the kitchen and put them in under her sheets.
Whoa.
When he was that little. So you're like, that kid was destined.
Yeah.
And guess
Born
where he
with it.
lived for a bit? Philly.
Really?
Yeah. His uncle was like a professor or something in Philly. Or some shit at Temple. Yeah. Or
Yeah,
Penn.
who else? He had, was it Philly? He had Gary Heidnick, right? He was the
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
He was chaining bitches up in the basement.
Luigi went to Penn.
I don't like that guy. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I think I hate him because
assassin.
everybody's like,
Yeah,
I like him.
Yeah.
He's an Italian.
Yeah, the assassin.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
yeah.
It's so funny who they picked to like be cool and not be cool. You know what I mean? That was like when we were talking
Listen, if
about the
Luigi
thing.
didn't have abs, nobody would give a fuck.
I think it's kind of the Drake effect where
Implants?
like yeah, Drake said he it was some interview where he said like he makes music for women because if the women are at the concerts, the men are gonna come. So I think it's the same thing with the Luigi where
And
the
what is
chicks
half
were
of-
into it, so the dudes were like, now I'm into it.
What is Drew? What is half of Drake? Jewish. He's a businessman.
I thought of the spelling. I'm like, ache.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I know he has a Jewish mom. I think
Yeah, he's
Yes.
he's a businessman.
Yeah, Black Dad.
He's part of the gang. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's Canadian though.
I think
Yeah.
my second wife might have to be Jewish.
Yeah. When people
Nice.
tell me you're all Canadian. I don't care what like
I don't care what religion you are. You're Canadian.
That's what I'm saying. Indian got you're Canadian. Like they're all Canadian.
Yeah.
Like no matter what. Like in the U.S., it's like people have their culture. It's like in Canada, they're all
It's all
Canadian.
one culture to me.
Yeah.
Like
Man,
they're
I
not
feel
like
you.
Indians aren't doing Indian shit. They're just Canadian. They're watching hockey too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Are they?
Yeah, I'm
Are they into that?
I'm
They
pretty
gotta
sure.
be.
Like here, they're super to themselves. Well, I had Indian neighbors my whole
Yeah.
life. They only hang with each other and shit for the most part.
Don't
There,
cut the grass.
They're all
Tell you
Canadian.
that. They hate cutting grass.
Indians?
Yeah.
Yeah,
My
purple,
boy lives in Ben Salem. They hate it.
purple spinach.
Well,
dude.
what is that?
I don't know. I guess I don't know.
Some
Part
things
of your
don't
culture?
bother some people. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. That would drive me nuts. If you have a yard, I would die to cut some grass.
All my gay neighbors
Yeah.
do no mow May.
No mow May?
No
What's that?
mow May. They don't mow their shit in May.
Oh,
They're
get the
they're
fuck outta here.
I don't know because it's some fucking
Saves
I don't know,
energy
a
or
bunch
something?
of blue-haired ladies and shit.
not
no
into that.
mow
That's
May.
crap.
And then that shit looks terrible, and they just, now you got. And I always like, I want to set up a chair when you fucking June 1st when you mow it, you idiot. You know what I mean?
Said tailgate the mow.
They complain where I live about goose poop, dog. Like the Facebook page, it's like Springfield. What's happening in Springfield? Dog, they'll be like, there's too much goose poop. It's like, we can't stop the geese from
Yeah, it's
shitting
also-
or coming here.
Yeah.
like the geese come here. They come to the park and
Them.
they shit. But this is the stuff. Dude,
Tell 'em to
light,
get a
light
gun.
pollution. Too much light pollution.
They get into that in your
Yo, they're
neighborhood?
unbelievable.
Shut the fuck
yeah, I hate
up.
where I live.
Move.
Yeah. Well, it's just, imagine that many gay
light
birds living
pollution-
in one place,
Yeah, light pollution's like a problem until you drive like an hour
just
and a half.
Drive out.
Yeah, not even an
Nothing's
hour and a half.
crazier than going somewhere and be like,
You go to
holy fuck.
You go to Quakertown. The lights are off at night.
Yeah.
That shit is dark. What's the fucking comedy club? It's dark as fuck out there.
Oh, Soul Joel's? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
in
dark as hell.
Royersford, dude.
Light as
that's-
hell, but dark as hell.
Well, there's levels to it because I live in the burbs in Jersey and like I can see more stars there, but like
You're still
when I go
Philly.
to like
Yeah, you're
where
still-
Drew's from, like I see all of them.
Yeah, when you're that far out, you're like, holy shit.
So I got a big problem on my hands.
What?
I looked in the back seat the other day, and Olivia was just rapping Eminem songs, right? And my wife just does like the prayer hands and raps Eminem in my face all the time. Like, she's the worst, right?
Yeah.
She's the most like weirded out chick ever. And now my daughter's doing it,
Second generation.
dude. And I looked at Tiffany. I was like, I've got years of Drew Montana's to fend off right now. I was like, and I texted that to Drew, and Drew said, she's in good hands, brother. But I said, dude, I got years of Drew Montana's knocking at my fucking door for my fucking daughter, bro.
Yeah.
You know
Well,
what I
most
mean?
Drews don't start kickboxing. It's rare that a wigger kickboxers like that.
Yeah, he is an anomaly in that way.
Dude, and he hit me with this, she's in good hands, bro.
Yeah, that's.
Because it's funny, my wife got a crush on Drew, because like most
We've
chicks
talked about
randomly
this,
do.
yeah.
Yeah.
Drew
But yeah, whatever it
has
is,
a
yeah.
sauce.
My mom
Yeah.
wants to suck Drew.
There's something that's happening. It's like a phenomenon with Drew.
I know.
Yeah.
It's like
They love him.
He's
Yeah.
Wigger King, man.
He
something's
is
going
Bigger
on.
King. I think
I think it's the teeth. It's like a kaleidoscope. They look into it and they don't know.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Something's happening. He puts them in some kind of trance.
I think there's something. He has like a beautiful indifference that I think is attractive.
Yeah.
Like he's like, yeah,
Girls love
whatever.
guys who don't give a fuck.
Yes.
Like legitimately don't care.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
But, yeah.
dating app guys are like, I don't care. I'm like, you care. You're on a dating app.
Oh yeah.
Drew's just out there in Crocs and cum-stained sweatpants and he's cooking.
Yeah.
Talking about raccoons and bitches are like, I gotta suck this guy.
He's like,
I have
like it
to
or
suck
not,
him.
this is me.
But yeah, that's
Suck it or not. Shout out camera. Hey, come on.
already with the Eminem. Dude. I'm outnumbered. Because I kind of hate Eminem, right? I think Eminem is like, all
I
right,
only like
so,
Superman. Superman I was into.
so when I was a kid, I waited in line at the Coconuts at the Roosevelt Mall for the Eminem CD. I cut school, went to get it.
Dude.
Like, don't get me wrong. Like, it was part of youth, part of childhood.
Yeah.
But it's like, as an adult, like, he's just such a bitch. He's such a whiner. And it's like, now it's like every time he's on, I just think about him as the whiner that he is and shit like that.
Them.
And my wife and fucking Olivia, man, they're just nonstop with that shit. If it ain't country music, it's Eminem.
Yeah.
Country
You know what I
music
mean? Oh, it blows.
bothers me.
Yeah, it blows.
Really bothers me. I think country music's for most country singers are just like wiggers who don't want to rap. They just go country music. Like Jelly Roll fucking beat it.
Yeah, like
Hate
pop
him.
country.
Yeah, one
Yeah.
of our first podcasts, and this rings in my head, not to cut you off, but like,
Yeah.
you, I don't know if it was me, you, or Rainey. It wasn't me. One of you guys said that Jelly Roll was Adele for forklift drivers. I think about some things that we say on here all the time. I'm
All
like,
the
that's
time.
just funny.
That's
That's
exactly
so
what he
true,
is.
though.
Yo.
It's like he makes music for chicks who complain about child support on Facebook Live. Like, that's what he's. It's so hard to explain. Like, I don't know
I
anybody
saw-
like a real person who loves that guy. I don't know anybody I know.
I bet you as
He
a
is
dude,
so
he's
damn
cool.
likable.
I bet you as a
He's
dude, he's
likable?
cool.
I hate
as a
him.
guy, but not as
Yeah,
like,
but I
not
could
as like a singer.
fucking drink a six pack with Hitler. Like I could hang out with that. If you meet somebody in person, you're like, I love this guy.
Right.
I could go to have
there you go.
right. You're talking like a hot guy now. You hear that?
Right.
Rob's gonna start throwing this shit.
We were talking earlier a little bit about
Shred the nard.
Bobby's gonna have a spray tan next time you see him with a surfboard propped up.
Yeah, I can't move my face. I'm like,
dude. I hope you get up.
That's the next step. We should all do
Botox?
Botox in the studio.
Dude, I hope you get up in some of the best pussy you ever had with your new look.
That's what I said
I'm
to him.
really
I was
doing
like,
it
thank
for
you
it.
so much.
That's
And
what I said.
It's like, I hope that one of these wild bitches from like the handlebar rips your fucking hair right off your head.
Yeah, they'll
And like
fucking
it'll be so weird and just,
Put
gives
you in a
the
pretzel.
business.
The moment she
Yeah.
pulls my head, I'm gonna have a domestic violence charge. No. The thing I created
like-
the rule.
You gotta celebrate.
You're like a
If
wet bandit
if
with fishnets on your face.
if you're crushing some puss and a bitch rips that thing off your head, you just gotta go full push. Like you gotta endorse it. You gotta just be like hell yeah. Like you gotta fucking
Yeah.
like crush the push even harder.
That'll grow back.
Like, you know what I mean? Or
Just
like
wrecked my shit.
Yeah. Like you gotta like really. The only way out of that situation is to just be like, hell yeah,
Yeah.
bitch, you knew it. You saw it. You knew it. You know what I mean? You knew it. If you knew it,
I knew it.
yeah.
if she pulls the system off,
This
you
is
gotta,
what you want? This is what you want? You know what I mean? And
if
it's
she
just
pulls the
fucking
system off,
Bobby with the skullet. Just
she
crushing puss.
if she pulls the fucking system off, you gotta put it on her chest and call her trans.
Yeah, dude.
You're gay.
Yeah, I'm gonna rub it in her face.
You fucking knew it, dude.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah, it's what you want, dude. You want all the Bobby?
Oh yeah.
You want all the Bobby? You got him.
You just made him streamline. Start rubbing KY in your head.
Oh, dude.
Oh yeah. Well,
Just head butter.
the beauty of being so forward facing now is the people know. I couldn't possibly have been more public about it.
You can't sneaky it.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
good.
Yeah, you can't just bust on the scene with it.
Nah.
You know what I mean?
Yes,
It would
yes,
have been
yes,
so
yes.
funny if you just popped up with this.
Yeah. Well, the thing is with ladies, they get it because they do stuff.
Yeah. Well,
So
we were
it's
just
nice.
saying
They're
this
pretty understanding.
Before we came here at the
that
bar,
is
I was
true.
like, dude, if you can get tits and you can get Botox, let my boy throw some hair on.
Exactly.
I'm about to
dude.
get some extras.
I'm getting work done.
I'm about to go extra. Just, just get crazy hair.
Exactly.
I get the mindset. Like you said, they're doing shit. They're constantly trying to keep up. Like,
Yes.
you know, especially,
You got to keep up with the bobbies.
yeah, like
Come on now.
Come on.
there's a half of women are into dads, but there is another half. And that other half, they want a motherfucker working on themselves.
Hey.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
yeah, like we are getting pussy out here dadded up, beer
Yeah.
bellied up, but
What have we talked about?
Yeah.
You'd be the juiciest peach in the world. Some people don't like peaches.
yeah.
You gotta find your
true.
peach.
But
You
I'm
gotta find
telling
your
you,
peach lover.
you're definitely gonna touch a crowd of bitches that are like, I get it.
Oh, yeah.
And I like it.
I hope
Oh,
you
yeah.
get. I hope you date a stripper with like the most work done.
Okay.
That's what I envision for you. A nice
I'll do it.
Blasian.
Imagine him showing up just some chick just lipped out and
I will
like you said,
leave
a
my life for
Blasian, dude.
Oh, yeah.
And you gotta act like you got the bitch of all bitches too. You can't be shy when you got a bitch like that. You gotta roll in there like, yo, like smack her butt
You're
when
gonna
she
need
gets
some
up and get you
watches and
stuff
shit.
and all. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Dude, I'll let you rock
be
a
nice.
watch, dude.
The next lady I have, the next archetype of lady I have in my scope is a tatted diner lady.
Oh, that's good too.
Perfect lady.
And
She
that,
calls
and
me
the pu-
hun.
And that pussy's probably crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my
That
god.
pussy's probably
Face
crazy.
dry, pussy wet.
Yeah.
That's
Wet.
my favorite kind of lady. I love a maternal lady.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta find a wifely bitch. Somebody who can come and raise your kids.
It's
It's very
so nice.
important. With that hair, you're gonna find it.
Dude, I don't know.
Yeah,
We didn't say it on air. I
one
think
can
we said
only
it
hope.
before.
What?
That's dude. I got a old school bitch like Bible times. Like
Yeah.
they would draw pictures
I
of
love
the.
that you keep saying Bible times instead of biblical times. I don't know. But it sounds like you're reading the Bible to your kids. It's Bible times.
It's Bible times.
Gather around, Jews. It's Bible times.
I'm just
Swear on
saying, a bitch who's taking the kids in, taking everybody in.
Yes.
You know what I mean? She's a carer. She's a nurturer. I got one of them, man.
Yes.
No doubt. You know what I
That's
mean?
beautiful, man.
Yeah, yeah. She said she's tittied out. Last night, them titties were all over the place too. Of course, we went out to our favorite place on a Tuesday night, the cigar bar. Dude, we hit hit the Great American Pub across the street.
That's
Went over to the
so nice.
cigar bar.
So good.
The Great American Pub sucks. Fuck you guys.
Yeah, suck our dicks from the
yeah,
back.
there's fun.
No?
Nah,
I haven't been
dude,
there.
It's in
No, I never
Contractor.
been.
I've never been
When
in
you
there.
walk in,
I'm just talking- if he says it, I'm down.
when you walk in and there's fucking already flies all over. Like I know it. Like you got to clean the bar wells. I used to work in a bar, dude.
Yeah.
You guys got to wipe that shit out every fucking night, or the bar starts to stink and suck.
The sugar's in there, baby.
You know what I mean? Yeah,
Yeah.
it's gross. So, but yeah, we went there and went across the street, and dude, she was just tittied the fuck out all night in a dress. It's sundress season. And we went home. Yeah, little mama put it on me, dude.
Gotta do it.
Yeah, that's beautiful that you're still that attractive to your wife.
Oh yeah, dude.
You know what I mean?
If I lose attractiveness to Zoe, I'm out, Chief.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to. What are you gonna do?
It's kind of rare. I know, like, I don't know. Just like, I feel like it's a very common thing where you don't want to fuck anymore. Like
Yeah,
in marriages,
not
like
us,
15 years in or something
Yeah,
like
we're
that.
I feel
16
like
years
once
in,
you
we're
have a
still
kid,
fucking.
like Zoe,
And
That's beautiful, man.
I love all the things fucked. Like I love a bitch with her hair tight, with a peanut ass head. Like you know what I mean?
Zoe is a snaggletooth. Sign me up,
yeah,
baby.
there's certain
Yeah,
little
dude.
things.
What am I gonna open my beer on?
I love the imperfections.
Yeah,
I always
it's
tell her,
awesome.
I'm like, dude, you could fit 2 of them heads in a shell, girl. Because she just got the most peanut ass head.
That's
I
awesome.
love it. Yeah, I love a chick
That's
with her
so
fucking hair
beautiful,
tighten
dude.
up. I love that little, like the little curls and the little tight shit that the Puerto Rican
All the
girls do.
retarded shit that
Oh,
ladies
man.
hate. You're like, that's what I like about you.
Yeah.
If you didn't have that,
Oh,
I'd be
yeah.
done
Yes.
with you. Hey.
Dude,
No,
I'm
for
so-
sure.
Like I said, sundress season's it for me.
I've been making fun
Big
of
love
Zoe
sundress.
because you see I shaved my face, right? I got high after we talked on that Sunday.
Yeah.
I was high and I was like, I gotta go trim my beard like 2 days ago. And you know when you're high and I was like, I'm gonna go trim my beard. I was like, there's no way I fucked this up.
Yeah.
And then I was like, you're not gonna fuck it up. I was like, why would I fuck it up? And I put the clipper on. I put the wrong one on and shaved. Like I turned and I was like, I'm high, so I'm like talking
Yeah.
to myself and I turned my head. I was like, I was like, oh fuck! And Zoe was like, what? I was like, nothing. I was like, it's done. It is what it is. And then she came in and was just furious. And then I started making fun of her because I had like all my shavings in the sink, and I was like, look, this is what your asshole usually looks like. Mom's too busy.
Yeah.
We fucked drunk on Saturday, and she was like, "I shaved my asshole. It's been itchy, so it better be worth it." I was like, "Thank you.
That's
I love you."
beautiful.
It's your butt, dude.
Man.
Just putting forward the effort means a lot.
Yeah. And I'm like, I'll fight through some hair.
Yeah.
When it's clean.
My
putting.
bidet's been broke since the power outage. That shit won't turn back on. I'm just out here, butthole full shit.
Sure.
Sloppy
system.
ass.
Yeah, and it's like I finally am like, all right, enough's enough. I got to get a new one, but the joint just hasn't gone back on. Power outage happened. The thing won't.
I wish you knew an electrician.
Yeah, yeah, dude. That's we got to get on it. We just got the third floor. It's
I'll come over
funny.
there and
I love
breeze through it.
I love saying shit to my neighbors that don't really talk to me, and I don't know. It doesn't bother me to throw a curveball to get them thinking, but this lady who she's cool. She's like a single lady. She got a dog. She's probably 40. She's probably I don't know what the fuck she does, but she lives on the street, and I don't talk to her that much. But she was like, "Oh, what are you guys doing?" I was like, "Oh, we're ripping up the third floor." And I was walking in the house carrying shit, and I was like, "We're walking on jizz in here, lady." I was like, that kid won't stop, So I said, "We're gonna bury him on the third floor, and we'll see him in a couple of years." And I just walked in, and she was laughing so fucking hard.
Yeah.
Like I didn't know how she would take it, but I thought
sometimes you hit people with that and they love it.
I was like, I'm throwing this out there, and we'll see how she takes it. And she was dying.
But
dude.
Tubbs' third floor where Dalton chills at, I walked up there. I'm like, it's like a jerk sauna.
Yeah.
It's like, and at wood paneling, I'm like, this is it.
Yeah.
You hear the fapping echo off the walls.
He like destroyed the basement. Like the basement is like demolished, and it's like I won't sit on nothing down there. I play them at Madden, and I sit on like the edge.
You throw a
edge
piece
the
of
couch.
newspaper down.
Dude, I got like the smallest part of myself on that couch. And I always tell him, I call him Dottie Beats. I'm like, dude,
Dottie Beats?
Yeah, I'm like, dude, it's just I don't know where the jizz is down here.
Right.
So I just sit up on the edge, dude. I smoke him in Madden. He cries all the time. He deleted Madden. Dude, he deleted Madden, but he got NCAA. And he beat me the other day. I was like, dude, I never played this game once in my life. It's pretty much the same. I'll give him that.
Yeah,
but I was Temple, and he was fucking the Hokies. I'm like, come on, dog. Like, I'm outmatched. Like, we're just not as fast as you guys,
ACC, come on.
Yeah.
I used to do some serial killer shit with Madden 09, where I created a team that was 99 everything, and they were all the max height and size. And whenever I felt like my world was out of control, I would
demolish.
I would just
You're a psycho.
I would put like 100 points on the board.
We'd be like, yes, we did this.
Yeah. On easy mode, like right when I caught
the hairpiece on.
Whenever I caught the return, I would run all the way there, and it was on easy mode, so the defense wasn't good, so they would follow you. So I would gather them up and then always score.
Rob's like height 10, hair 11.
When you hand off the Bobby, you hand it here. Who's that, Spike?
Dude, me and Foster were in the pigskin trenches in Mississippi.
Hey.
He has a hell of an arm on him. I mean, you're the peak athlete of the crew.
My arm's decent, but if I'm
It's you and Naeem.
Yeah, but I'm peak athlete of a comedian crew's like, I was the smartest kid in special ed too.
Right. No, it's not a great sample size, but
Naeem's athletic. I was athletic when I had 2 feet.
And then Drew's more athletic than me. But
I think it's closer than you think.
I love
Drew
that.
just talks so much shit.
I love that.
I've never seen somebody throw like a lesbian more than Drew and be like laser, and it would literally drive me crazy. I'm like, if I was 19, I would have hit you.
He got you on pride of confidence.
He just keeps yapping.
Dude,
Yeah.
it's his
Bobby
sauce.
had a couple toe tappers along the lake.
A few
Come
toe
on,
That's what
man.
I'm saying.
A few, many. He was cooking.
Dude.
And that's the thing. I bet
Those
you if
good
you
catches.
started, I bet you if you started talking a little shit, people would be like, "Oh, I think they're about the same."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you
Yeah.
started
He's
talking
got
a
to
little
get in
shit.
his kitchen.
Yeah.
He's got to get in his kitchen and start yapping.
I got to talk my shit a little
See, that's
more.
why, like, we were playing Can Jam. I'm not that good at Can Jam, but I can yap.
Oh,
Just
my
keep me in
God.
so many games.
Dude, we got to be on the same team one time. I think you're the tops at the Can Jam right now.
Hands down. An alcoholic game where you just have to throw a frisbee at a thing. That's my guy.
Getting
I'm
a
me.
slot is usually a mistake. You're the only person I've seen do it on purpose.
Wham them bitches.
So what's Can Jam? I don't know.
What are you talking about? I got a slot.
Danny,
I
yeah.
responded immediately.
I bet you, me and
Yeah, that's
Danny.
true.
I would bet me and Danny clean out everybody.
Yeah, you guys were great.
We have the Wigger build for frisbee, aerodynamic.
Oh yeah. So Can Jam is like it's literally 2 cans and 2 people on each team, and you throw the frisbee, and you have to smack the frisbee in the can.
Yeah, it's like Bago, but you play with the team.
Yeah, so like I throw with you, we're on the same team. You smack it into the can.
Yeah,
Yes.
smack it or tap it on the
But
side.
is there somebody trying to get you to stop? Or
No.
No
If there was defense,
No
I'd never
defense.
lose. I'll tell you that right now.
yeah. No
If we can
defense.
fucking bump some elbows, please.
Yeah.
I'd have a mouthpiece in.
So no defense. You're just somebody's got to make a good throw, and then somebody's got to smack. it.
Yes.
I got kicked out of 2 Can Jam tournaments in Wildwood. Summer, and like the
Never
mid.
even seen Can Jam.
Me and my cousin Mikey booted for unsportsmanlike. Unsportsmanlike. What's that called? Unsportsmanlike conduct.
Conduct.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was not happening for me,
You ain't act right.
dude. I can't. Every day, like I'd rather work all day than hang out with a baby for 5 hours.
Wow.
Dude, the baby sick yesterday. She got fucking hand, foot, and mouth.
Yeah.
And I'm with her. It seems like you're like, yeah, I could chill with her. 45 minutes in, I'm like,
Yeah. I would rather dig a hole, bro.
I used all my moves.
I mean,
I love her to death, but good lord.
I feel like the baby has to be yours, otherwise no one would deal with it. I babysitted my friend's kid, and he was like 4,
Yeah.
and I wanted to kill this kid.
I bully kids now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude,
Well,
I take her to
yeah,
the park.
I don't have time for
he
none
kept
of it.
like picking stuff up and like throwing it, and I was like, oh!
So listen,
Dog.
I don't have time for none of it. I'm pretty good, and I can crush them. I crush them all. Like my buddy's got 2 kids. I call big shits and little shits because they both shit the pool, and now they're way too old to shit a pool. They're like big kids,
Yeah.
and still to this day they're big shits and little shits. Like
That's nice.
Like I am.
You have to talk
they,
shit.
They don't get away with nothing. And a bad kid, I can crush them. But you know, it's a funny story. Tiffany made fun of me the other day. When the power was out and all that shit, there was a lot going on at the house. And it's like, we got this bad kid on our block. And he's just like, he's young. And, you know, he don't got to pop around and shit. But he is. He's just a little dick. Like, he's mean. You tell him something, he says no. And he makes it so you can't stand him, right?
Yeah.
But I was fucking walking with a drink. And now he's got my number, right? He'll never forget this. Here I am, this dude in the wife beater who always talks to him like shit. Tatted up, drinking beer, smoking cigars, because that's what I do out front of my house. And I always just talk to him like shit.
Yeah.
And I'm walking out with a drink, and I stepped on a fucking rock with no shoes. And I went down like such a girl, bro. And my whole drink went across the driveway. And Tiffany was crushing me. She's like, you look like the biggest faggot ever when you stepped on that
Did you
rock.
hit it with
and he was, yeah, I probably did. And he was right in front of me on his bike, like, and I was like, damn, like he's got me, dog.
You should have upped the
Like he's
blower
got
on him and
me
just
for
popped
like,
him.
like I might got us off this kid, bro.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
dude.
I would smoke that dude
You gotta
today.
hit him.
Yeah.
He came to my house. We went to the bar before this, and then Pookie was at the house, and she has this like little number counting game, and started giving him the animals, and he stacked them perfectly on the TV like center, and she was like, "This guy,
Yeah, this guy's good.
might be the smartest
This
guy."
guy's good.
Little kids are so easy to
Nice
impress.
straight line.
Yeah, first 10
she's
minutes,
like-
she's like,
What the fuck?
"Tell me this guy's Jewish. He's not like us."
Tell me you're Jewish without saying you're Jewish.
Killing me. Yeah, dude, I can't.
But yeah, I would smoke that dude today. Some guy like went
What's
up
up,
in my
John Griff? Thank you, dog.
Yeah, my man,
Appreciate you.
Love John.
Some guy ran up in my yard behind the thing, was acting like he was pissing. He was looking in our windows and shit.
Hit him with the picture.
Yeah. Yeah, I ran back there kind of husky. I had one hand on the strap, and it was just like Warren G regulators playing in my head. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like,
dude. Yeah.
Dude, I ran, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck you doing? And he's like, oh, man, I thought I could take a piss. I was like, yo, you thought you could take a piss back here? I'm like, dog, come on. I was like, I live here, brother. I was like, I see everything that happens. I don't
Yeah.
even live there. Right?
Yeah,
but it's
but
like
you hit
but
him with
yeah,
that.
my shop has like a house there. I was like, I live here. I was like, get the fuck on, dog. But he was definitely back there, like creeping in my windows and shit like that.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, it's everywhere. You ain't getting away from them. They know there's tools. They see the plumbing sign. Maybe you get a little copper out the deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't want to fuck with like blue collar dudes.
Well, my son knows the rules. You never start a fight with a guy dragging an air compressor or a kettle.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, you just don't fuck with that guy. Like, don't start a fight with a guy in a dump truck. Like, what are you, stupid? You know what I
Yes.
mean? Like, how do you-
Because it implies so much stuff that you don't want to fuck with.
it's just, there's a lot of pussies driving dump trucks, right? But, like, how do you think the dump truck gets full, dude? He at least doesn't get pushed over easy. He doesn't fall easy.
He has a good base.
He smashes things. He throws things like
What are we talking
for a
about?
living. I'm just saying, like, you don't start with a guy dragging an air compressor or a kettle or driving a dump truck and shit like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
You know, like this
Yeah.
dude was back there fucking with the wrong one, basically, is what Bobby's saying. Like, why?
Yeah.
You know, you're trying to rob plumbing shops and shit. Like, somebody's gonna fuck you up.
Hey.
Some nerd swung a bike lock at my boy Ricky Vaughn.
They
And my boy Ricky Vaughn, dragging an air compressor, pulled over. He said, dude, I punched him until I heard sirens.
Good.
He said, I had him one hand, some hipster by the
Good.
collar. He was like, and I laid him on him, like, until, for minutes. He was like, I just never let him go. And he was just helpless, you know? But, like, he swung
And
a bike lock
hip-
at him.
the hipster swung the bike lock.
Yeah, hit him in the head and cut him.
Dude, that's like a weapon.
Yeah.
I'm glad that ended up that way.
He threw his phone, and the cops were like, yo, you guys good? They were like,
Dude.
yeah, we're good. They were like, all right, see you later.
Yeah.
Dude, because I drive down. I've been working at Rittenhouse down Spruce. That lady, remember the guy that one lady driving to the hospital on a bike got hit by somebody
Yeah.
like a few months ago. So the next week I'm driving to work and the fucking guy he's just riding his bike like a fucking pussy. And he comes up next to me. I forget what happened. Somebody was stopped and he cut in front of me around the car that was double parked because they were doing Uber or some shit. And he like yelled at me for not yielding to him. And I was like, dude, you're on a fucking bike, dude.
Yeah.
You're basically on a motorcycle. Shut the fuck up. And he talked shit, and then we didn't realize we were going to the same light. And then I pulled up next to him. I'm like, what the fuck are you going to do if I get out of the car?
Yeah.
Scream for another man to come and help you? Shut the fuck up, dude.
Yo.
I hate that.
That's what we call this dude, the Wild Thing, Rick Vaughn. But yeah, he's got the same name as fucking Rick Vaughn, and that was Lucas
hell
said
yeah.
Benny the Jet.
Wow.
Yeah. Dude, that movie ruled, man.
Yeah.
What did me and my son watch? I didn't mean to cut you off.
No,
What did me
you're
and my son watch?
I love that you say that. I cut everybody off nonstop.
Oh, what the fuck? We were talking about it earlier. Me and my son. Oh, on the plane going to Florida, me and my son watched Little Giants, dude. He loved it. Yeah, it was
Ice
cool. It was a
Fox.
cool father-son moment.
That's awesome.
He loved Rashid, Hot Hands, Hayden. And then he,
Annexation of Puerto Rico.
and then when Al Bundy tackles his wife through the window and shit, my boy was dying. He falls on the tree and hits his nuts. You know,
That's awesome.
Yeah, my son's 13. He was dying. You know what I mean?
That movie, I actually have to watch the whole thing. I've always only seen it at friends' houses, like little bits and pieces, but it's the lost
John
art.
Griff said Bobby looks like he's gonna be a decoy for To Catch a Predator.
I love that.
Damn you, dude. We shave you up. We should do that.
Hey, mister.
To catch a good. We should do our own series of that. To Catch a Good Boy.
Yeah, I just gotta grab something real quick.
You chill and I come in here and beat the fuck out of some pedophile. That'd be sick.
That would be nice. We can go pedophile hunting. I'll be the bait.
Please.
Put me on the hook, brother.
That'd be nice. Just hook something to your belt loop and let you walk into the park.
Yeah, and then
I'm just sitting there with Tubbs crushing beers,
putting
Danny's
in
in the bush with the
pineapple,
cat. Just throw the yarmulke in the air. It's like pop smoke.
Yeah, that's like the thing now on the internet, right? You smack fucking child predators and shit.
Yeah.
I know I
Yeah.
know Plumber, and he was on it. We used to call him. I'll say what we used to call
You
him.
got caught on it?
Yeah, we used to call
Oh
him.
my God.
We used to call him saggy tight pants guy in high school, right? Because he always like
Too
was just
cumbersome
dressed
of a
weird.
nickname, first
so
of
we used to be
all.
like, yo, saggy tight pants guy, right? Because he was just this weird dude who's always in some goofy pants. But as a grown up, he became a plumber, and on one of the Johns, he's doing a hose bib and calls a kid to meet him up the street,
Fuck,
and like one of the
dog.
dudes shows up and is making him do push-ups and smacking the shit out of him and shit.
yeah, dude.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah.
I want one guy to start one of them shows.
Have
and
him like
then
Levittown.
It's only one episode because he just drags him out to the river and blows his brains out.
I saw one where they shaved his head and made him do the one chip challenge.
Yeah, I'm just like
That's brutal because that shit could last for. You
They should have put the
12 hours.
We
of
should
heat.
do that. Put the
I
chip
mean,
in
it's obviously my worst nightmare.
we should do that. And just put the chip in their ass.
Yeah, dude.
Does
That-
the,
hit
does
him
the
with the one
punishment
dick
fit the
challenge.
crime? I don't know, bro. The hot chip challenge? I don't know.
It's so funny. Like just send me to jail.
Yeah,
Spicy stuff will get you.
yeah, but I guess that's kind of the way you got to deal with them, right? The public humiliation ritual.
Yeah,
it's just-
I don't
it's-
think that's going to change it. Like they already
Yeah.
know they should be humiliated about, like humiliated.
Well,
about
there's
it.
the
like,
one-
It's
Right.
already nobody's like this is right.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
one
yeah, yeah.
like all them channels, you're like you watch the guy and you're like this is a blatantly retarded guy,
Yeah, some of them are
and they're
special
just
needs.
power
Like
bombing
actually,
them onto like a shrub out front of a church. And you're like, all right, man, like
I feel like you can.
put them down.
Not that you can be Down syndrome and be a pedophile. Still don't love that. But I think I would.
They're punching down.
I would. Yeah, I would not hate a Down syndrome guy if he was like, I like it.
Yeah, I'm like me too.
If you're severely Down syndrome,
yeah,
because you're wrong about everything.
well, and they're also I mean, these guys got chocolate on their finger.
They're trying to figure out a lot. I'm just saying, they're trying to figure out a lot. You know what I mean?
I'm also, I don't know why I just pictured a guy with chocolate on all his fingertips trying to explain why he likes. I just like 12-year-old pussy. He's chocolated up. Like, get this guy a fucking wet nap and get him the fuck out of here.
There's the one like Merlino podcast I was watching. Yo, they bust them in now, dude, because he was saying they like bust them into prisons because now everybody said like, oh, well, you're sick. You know what I mean? Like they pulled one of those. So now, like I said, more of them, like it's compared to what it used to be. Like now it's common. It's crazy in prisons. Like it used to be like one guy they used to all fuck up, and now they bust them in. They got like their own table in the lunchroom and shit. Like it's crazy.
Good
like it's open season. That's, dude, I'm always so glad that Dalton is like the most unrapeable kid in the world. I'm always like, yo, he's definitely like definitely got like snail trails in his underwear.
The pedophile
he smells. He's always clammy.
That's so funny.
He's always like every time he touches you, you're like, ew, get off of me.
The pedophile's got to be drunk. 3 a.m. and Dalton's looking at him like, all right.
I'm always like,
here's what it takes.
I'm always like, he's good. Like, we can let him go wherever. You know?
I wonder if pedophiles make fun of other pedophiles for banging the ugly kid. You fucking freak. What was it, fucking 4 a.m.? What are you doing, Coke?
He's a hard 4, dude.
Yeah.
You see this kid's valedictorian, this little guy.
Can you imagine being a pedophile's secret amongst other pedophiles? No, I didn't fuck him.
No. I got a hand job and I was drunk. You know that.
I would never kiss him, though. I would never kiss him.
He didn't sleep over. He did not sleep over.
It's such a fucking terrible thing for us to be laughing this hard about this.
It's so funny.
Yeah, we definitely took off.
That's so fucking funny.
No,
You fucked it. There's got to be priests who be like, you literally did Giordano from
oh, man. Yeah, I mean, dude, now they have chat rooms on the internet and shit, man. Bunch of fucking weirdos.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh, perfect time we hit an hour.
That is rotten.
Well, if you want to hear the next, the other, Bobby, what do you want to promote?
That is rotten, dude.
Wow. I just want to say,
We need to get off the internet, all three of us. We all need to pack it in.
Thank you, cowgirl.
yes.
Give them $10. They'll keep going.
Hell yeah. You said my man has viewer porn on his head while I'm watching. Oh, my goodness.
That's beautiful.
Please.
I just want to say what a pleasure this has been.
You're the best, Bobby.
This is already like one of my favorite podcasts I've ever been a guest on.
Hell yeah.
That's so fun. Foster, you know I love you. See
I
you all
love
the
you.
time. Tubbs, I don't get to see you all the time. And whenever I do, it's like an absolute pleasure. You are a treasure.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
And I'm so glad you're doing a podcast.
And this is the
It's
coolest
such
part.
a funny segue.
Yeah, this is the coolest part for me though. Is like I found this like new group of friends and dudes to hang out with, and like it's awesome too that I'm not out all the time. I think because it's like I get to come out every once in a while to shit, and it's always so much fucking fun. 'Cause
Absolutely.
it's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I'm not like an everyday
good
part of
time.
shit. So it's awesome.
But yeah,
Listen to Do-Rag and the Deer Tag,
yes,
right? What else you
Do-Rag and the
got?
Deer Tag. We're doing a show in LA September 4th, me, Drew, and Naeem, and we really got to move tickets to that. So that's going to be...
My ex-girlfriend lives in San Diego. If you're listening to this, get the whores in the bus.
Please
Take 'em up
come. And
You see that here.
then I'm trying to think. Drew and Naeem are going to be in Chicago. Go to that show.
there. Soul Joel's, July 12th. I'm
Yes.
opening for them.
Yes.
Inshallah. Come to that.
And yeah, I think that's it, dude. Do
Thank
Rag
you.
the Deer
Thanks for
Tag
coming on, Bobby.
Patreon. Yes.
Come listen to this on Patreon. Patreon.com/FosterCare Tubbs. I love you.
Yeah, I love you.
You're the best. We're good dads. That was all horsing around. We're going to get back to it, though, on the Patreon. Please come join us. Danny, you're the best. Peace. See you.